trying to push to champs. So basically, how I'm going to be doing this is by playing the all day, basically. It's about a 3,000 point difference, which is gonna be hard to get to say the least. So that's about 10 200 point games, which is about 300 minutes, which is about 5 hours it would take. So hypothetically, I'll be playing this game till 8. Alright, so we're gonna play this somewhat aggressive. Also not necessarily too aggressive. Like this is the amount the love action should be doing. Like 20 damage less than that. Alright. Let me just talk about this real quick, just to interest the viewers while I'm playing a little bit slower than normal. The lever action shotgun was a great addition to the game. It was. You have to admit that, even if you don't like the gun. People were saying they want the pumps back, so they brought something that was relative to the pump. Like, we had to put this in a family line, I'd probably say it's like the pump's cousin, so it's not directly related to them, but it sort of is. For example, I believe the fire rate is slower than the pump. The damage is, with the higher rarities like the purple and gold, are somewhat the same. However, the inconsistency is where it lacks, right? So with the pump, it's a guaranteed maybe like 100 damage to the body. You'll get that occasional 30, but it's very occasional. You'll either hit 100 or maybe even more sometimes. But with the lever action, oh my goodness. If you're hitting that 60, which is great with the gray one, but then that next headshot is doing 70. And then 60 and then 70. Right? And that's ideal circumstances. That isn't when you're jumping around, you're trying to sneak up on someone or something. So I feel like what they need to do is just bring the pump back, or make the lever action more like a heavy shotgun, where they increase the damage, increase the fire rate, but they limit the amount of ammo that can be in it. So maybe 5 shots like a pump, right? But it has that heavy shotgun where it hits for 77 consistently. Or make it 3 shots, something around there. I feel like that'd be a great competitor to a something like the Dragon's Breath, which in my opinion, right now is the best shotgun in the game. Just for the fact that a lever action, not until it's purple or gold, isn't that great. Maybe blue, right? But for the most part, it's not that great. But let's keep going with that same conversation, right? The charge shotgun, you know, I can kind of see where they were going with that, right? when it first came out, yeah, I would say it's a very good gun, right? It's, you know, it does a good amount of damage, but not too little. And the charge time wasn't too long, but not too short. But now they made the charge time longer. And the movement is horrendous, right? Like, for example, when it first came out, the charged shotgun would do like 50 or 60, not charged up at all. And then when you charge it up, the damage multiplier would be like 1.5 or something. You know, so when you do have that opportunity to charge it all the way up, it's a great weapon. But where they went wrong was with the kinds of shotguns that were in the game. Then I believe it was the pump, charge, and pack, right? Let's go off those. The pump was the only competitor, which made the gun so overpowered. I thought, oh, we gotta nerf it. Instead of bringing in a gun to compete with it, such as the lever action, right? And when you're a company, you have something planned out. So they had planned to bring in the lever action and take out the pump. So if you add the lever action in that season, in my opinion, it would have been one of the best weaponized seasons, right? Not the best season, because at least in my opinion, this is the most entertaining gameplay season, right? Because there's some sweats, but there's a good amount, but there's not too many. The POIs are great. You know, there's not too much going on, not too little. The new guns, I would say, are pretty alright. Like Dragon's Breath, if you know how to use it, is the best shotgun in the game. Like, or with the, what you do with the Dragon's Breath is make it lower the damage, or make it 3-shot, right? So it'll 3-shot, or sorry, make it a 3-shot, so that you still have to shoot the gun multiple times, and it's not just 4 pellets. Because right now I think the body shot is 150. So let's divide that by 4, that's like 35, 36. No, it's like 37.5. Yeah. So each pellet's only doing 37.5 damage. Which is still a, nah, that's the amount probably a green tack does. But then they'll look at it and they'll do that same calculation and be like, well, then why don't people like the tacks? Well, people don't like the tacks because of how common they are. And the damage is, until you get to like a purple or gold tack, it's 30-40 damage to the body. And the fire rate is so much slower than someone who is running not even a Dragon's Breath, say any other shotgun and an SMG. You're dead before you could probably get 2 shots off. So, like, for example, a Dragon's Breath, you just need to hit 3 SMG shots, especially how you use them is you get someone in your box. So you just switch to your SMG and basically they're dead. Like, that's perfect timing. See, damage is 72, right? But that is, you're standing still right in front of the person. And it's a body shot lined up perfectly where all pellets hit. Which that is, yeah, that's a great amount of damage. But think about it. When was the last time that you had every single pellet lined up in a shot? It's like when you use your dragon stretch, right? Sometimes you'll hit for like 115, not 150 because only 3 shots hit. And when you do hit for that 150 or that one shot with the gold, um, that's when they're right in your face, right? It's not a very ranged weapon. Whereas something like the combat was a somewhat ranged weapon, ranged shotgun, at least. And this is the mistake that Epic continues to make, where they see a gun and they just take it out. Oh, it's problem solved. But if people like that gun, well then that makes people turn against your company and your brand. It makes now they have this idea, oh, Epic hates us, or whatever the company's name is hates us, right? Like another example is Call of Duty, right? When you're playing Cold War or Warzone, whatever, whichever one you want to play, right? And the DMR is something that people use in Cold War, and they never seem to just add another game to counteract it. They just take it out. Because that's the easier way to go around things, right? Just take it out. Instead of probably making the game more interesting and getting more players to play by adding a new gun. Which allows people to keep the gun they like still in the game. And gives some people the reason to come back and play the game. Just test out this new gun. And now let's say they like this new gun, right? Right, so if they like this new gun, they might keep playing, which boosts your sales and the amount of money you're making, which is a win-win for everyone. We get our gun, we keep playing, and as long as you don't mess it up, and you listen to your fans, and the people who play your game, it'll be a good game. And you won't have this poor narrative surrounding you. But anyway, that's just my take on it. I'm not gonna push the guy. We're so close to getting next placement. Heck? Okay. Nice. That's fine. He somehow gets that wall, I guess. Oh my goodness. That's another thing they need to fix. And like, I'm not someone to go around complaining about every little thing. But when a company, a billion-dollar company, that people are saying is falling off and is dying, people aren't gonna want to continue to play your game, right? So that's why they had to go out and buy Rocket League, because Rocket League was a game that was taking over and coming back to fame, right? And Epic is a smart company. They understand that their game was dying, right? Because why else would you go out and buy Rocket League? Well, because it's a game that's coming back to fame and doesn't need much changes besides a new item shop every couple days, right? That's all you have to do. And that can just be reworked and put in the same things over and over. So just put the same things every other week. And there's no real difference. And that's all they have to do with that game, because there's nothing that's overpowered. Right? Like, Boost isn't overpowered. Actually, the game is based mostly upon skill. Yeah, there can be some lucky shots, right? But that game has so much more to do with angles and how you hold someone, which is also where this game went wrong. There's no angles involved, right? You just shoot your gun and build, right? Wow, like the building portion was something new and we haven't seen before. Are you serious, dude? Are you serious? Are you... This game is so fun. It's the most fun game of all time, dude. Right, if this game added like kind of a Rainbow Six Siege factor to the game, that would be amazing. Where you can hold an angle, and you may not like the game, but you have to admit that you like how you can turn a corner, you can turn a corner, and you can aim down sights, hold an angle, right?